Yes! Welcome back to the Footy and Friends, brought to you by our friends at BWS. Do you need game day bevies, Brett?
I love a game day
Yeah,
bevy.
you do.
Yeah.
And BWS is here for it. They're here for you. They're here for you.
A bit of feedback. I was a bit flat, was I? On,
Well, you didn't get your gym in the morning.
That's why. Because of some vlog.
Yeah.
So I
Brett,
went last night and got recognised.
Did you? What happened there, Brett?
Just a young bloke. He's all hoodied up and had the hat on, and he sort of side-eyed me a little bit, and I was like, I'm not sure easy looking at me, this bloke. So but then he pulled me up. He's like, mate, I just wanted to let you know, love the pod. Well, that's great. I was like,
That's not the ABC pod, though, is it?
Nah.
Cut down from the...
maybe. Chance.
Daily Footy with Ben, Cameron and Corbin.
Hey, don't be...
Absolutely. I got to love the pod this morning. I got to love the pod this morning as well.
Where'd you at the barber?
Nah.
Get some snags, mate, will you?
Fuck you.
Where was it?
Actually, this is my second coffee for the day. I just ducked in
At
on
the
the
coffee
way.
shop.
And yeah, he said, love the pod. But also, I'll tell you what I missed this morning, because we did a record yesterday and a record today. Geez, I missed last year when we just used to change the T-shirts after an episode.
Yeah. I love coming in and seeing you guys twice a week, though. Highlight of my week,
Should have
I'd
just
say.
slept here.
Highlight of my week. I'm going to start saying that a bit more often. Now, Link, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to see. How did Ed go with the feedback of the Chris Main lookalike? Is that okay?
I got home yesterday because he usually listens on the way to training, so he was a bit flat. That came out a bit later. So I got home and he goes, "Mate, I've got to sort a few things on your fucking podcast."
Yeah.
One, not happy with the Chris Man, then he's just gone through a list of things he wasn't happy with.
What was the other stuff?
I'll tell you what else you wouldn't have been happy with. I reckon we started to give him some flowers, but then we gave everyone else flowers.
Yeah, he
bulk
deserves his own flowers.
He was fine with the spread of daffodils. It was more so he reckons we've defamed him a little bit with the old footy tour.
Oh, the footy tour thing, no, but that's fair. Like, he
I
can't
was
just
going
be
to
giving up.
say, we should get him on to defend himself,
Yeah.
but he's probably got training in a week, so he
Yeah.
probably
He's been good.
He fired a shot.
That's two in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's done
I get nervous
Now
talking
settle down.
'cause I don't
Settle
know.
down.
Yeah,
You're going well. Just now move away from the mic.
Yeah.
Brettles and you're well.
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. I'm off to the GC today, so
So what is on in the GC?
I've just
Under-
got a couple of players to catch up with, and then
Yeah.
I'll see a couple of old mates too up there.
Oh,
Big
Grigger.
Cambo and Grigger and Big Marco.
Now, we should actually, I know you're not going to want to, so I might do it. Let's call Wayne Campbell.
Yeah, cool.
Fucking love Wayne Campbell. Now, for those out there who don't know Wayne Campbell, one of the absolute Richmond greats, and then was the list manager at
Giants?
the Giants.
Also the umpire's boss.
Umpire's boss.
What's going on with the Gold Coast at the moment? I'll let you guys ask those questions.
Now, I hope you remember. Yeah, so he actually delisted me as well, but ripping bloke. One of the great men, as I would say.
Yeah, the Sam Collins
It
comment.
is 8 a.m.
No, he's already up. He's texted me this morning.
Okay, so that's...
The person you are
Okay, that's nerve-wracking. That's really nerve-wracking. He's gone through the
with
keeper.
Cambo? On the Gold Coast, 8 a.m. is pretty much...
That's lunchtime.
It's nearly midday.
Oh, here we go.
People-
Text. Can I call you in an hour, mate? Not really, Cambo. I need you now, mate. I need you now. Leave that with us. We'll have a chat to him later. Are you out?
Yeah, well,
good.
AFL Club in tonight. Brett's
Yeah.
coming soon. When are you coming, Brett?
Oh, look, I've just had a bit on. Yeah.
It gets like that.
It
Life
does.
with kids.
Yeah.
I tell
I
you
can't
what.
imagine 3. 2's busy
Yeah,
enough.
two's busy. I love that. AFL Clubby, going well, energy
so
high,
well. I love
morale high. Brett, you will lift the skill level,
Yeah.
which is good.
Well, I've got-
You'll
I've
get
just-
very frustrated with some of the lame. Some of the,
He's not that bad.
I'll tell you, I'll come after my game because I've got to protect my calves before
Yeah.
that.
Fair.
game sneaking up.
I think I haven't told you boys this, and I don't even really want to commit to this, but I think that we're going to, us three are probably going to have to drive up to Colliambly and back and vlog the day.
Yeah, cool.
4 hours up and back.
What date is it, Brett?
8 hour round trip.
14th of June
I'm
on a
away.
Saturday.
Why don't
Yeah.
we just camp up there?
Take that
We
to
might have
Baldy.
to. Take that to Colliambly's coach, whoever that is.
Grovesy.
Oh, that's
assistant
Grovesy,
coach.
who I kicked 6 on at. He was at Coburg.
Coburg.
Yeah, when I was at Northern Blues. I kicked 6
There's
on him, I
no
think.
fucking way you kick 6.
I did.
When have you ever kicked 6?
Kicked 14, actually, in juniors.
So did I, actually.
Yeah.
That's my
You know what would
best.
be? You know, it'd be a fun little it got me thinking. What's the name of the oval that the footy club that
Preston
the
City Oval?
Nah, the
Trevor
footy club.
Barker Oval.
Yeah, the
Just
footy
don't-
club that we sponsor there.
Oh, Kevin Bartlett Reserve.
The team.
Richmond Centrals.
Yeah,
think
we
they're
should pracky match them with
Nice.
the AFL clubby boys.
We could do that. That was, I don't know how you got there from where we were, but let's take that to Clarko and see what he reckons and maybe bring it back. All right, let's get into the pod and get going. Before we do, a massive, massive thank you to everyone who signed up for our Patreon. Now, it went live. So by the time this will come out, it's live.
Yeah.
It's not officially live at the moment, but by the time this comes out, it will be live. But we've already had 21 people find it and sign up.
Wow.
Which is huge. So a massive thank
A
you
bit
to
of content
those.
earlier, and you nearly got hit by a car as it was getting filmed.
Yes, that is
Is
true.
that all that horn blowing that I heard out
Yes,
there?
yes, that is true.
It was Bucko walking across the road,
trying to read out my phone.
thinking he was a car versus a car.
Yeah. Well,
Nah,
yes.
You know what, Dylan? They're not going fast enough.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
it wouldn't even hurt.
Quick shout out to these legends because they've found it without even doing it, and it's live now. So Jarrah Withers, Cooper, Patrick Chard, Nick C, Luke Stow, Jack Hannessy, Luke Halpin, Ben Stravides, Matt Weston, Lockie Evans, Jack Tobin, Josh Docking, Kane Holmes, Bailey Simpson, Tyler, Jack Eve. So they've found it already. This is huge. We
Josh
really
Docking.
Yeah, you know him?
The name rings a bell.
Okay, cool. Just on the Patreon stuff, don't want to harp over it. It goes a long way for supporting the show. Now, all the content we do is free and not expecting everyone to do this at all. You know, we're always going to be here for everyone, but this is for people that, you know, have the means and the capability to support the show, have bonus content, see more of what we're doing, and we genuinely really appreciate
Maybe
it
we
because
could
it'll
film
go
a
a
bit
long
when
way.
we get a coffee after the set.
Well, we actually did that this morning when
Oh,
you
I
were
was
sitting
gonna
back
get
here.
another one.
I
Yeah.
said, you want to come? And you said, nah.
No, Brett was tiger timing and prepping.
yeah, I was. I was
There's a
writing
heap of
notes.
stuff on the
Links for me?
BTS, so jump on.
Who's going to get the number 3?
Well, we'll talk about that next week because I've got to message a few of them already.
Will they be gold? Or I remember when we
They're
left
not
yesterday.
gold. I've got to be honest,
When
they're
you
not gold.
left
I-
yesterday, you're like, I went with gold. That they'd be gold. I think they'll just be silver.
No, they will be silver. I did ask, and it was going to be way too hard to do that. And I think that, you know, we're all one team. Let's be silver together, which will be huge. So very much appreciated. That's live, bonus content, merch, all those things, and questions off air, bonus pods. There's a lot there. Just go check it out. We really appreciate it. It means a lot. Moving into the games.
You'll see the best because sometimes for us this will be extra commitment, extra time.
Yes.
Right. You and I can hold our energy.
Yes.
So you'll see the best of Brett.
You will see
The best and worst of Brett.
You'll see
Brett.
an extra invoice.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we will. But Brett, for an extra invoice, can we get a day in the life of you filming?
Mac's going to follow me around, is he?
No, you just film me. Well, yeah, I'll get Mac to follow you around. A day in the life of Patreon. Mac filming you around for a day.
I'll be at your door at 6 a.m. and I won't leave until
You know what you'll
like,
get? A punch in the
tucked
nose. You turn up at 6, you get a punch in the nose.
Brett, how many people do we have to get on the Patreon to get a day in the life from you?
600.
All right, we hit 600 people on the Patreon.
Day in the life.
And we get a day in the life from Brett.
It won't be 6 a.m., but it'll be like once you're up.
And it has to be. No, I reckon the day would
No,
have
Mac
to be a
has
pod
to sleep
day.
at his house.
It'd be.
6 million.
Do you reckon Brett sleeps in Richmond Tigers silk pajamas?
I think so. I think he does.
With a little Santa.
Can we just do a little thing here where you call Cambo and see if he picks up? No. Oh, that would be
Actually,
fucked.
that would be.
That would be fucked.
It would be. Let's get on to the
Let's
first
get into the games. Brisbane versus Essendon at the Gabba. This game we play a little bit, but this takes me back to like 2000 and the 2000s, early 2000s. James Hird,
When they were both
Michael
good.
Voss, just really two strong
Simon Black,
teams.
Nigel Lappin.
Mel Michael was at Essendon for a bit there. I
He
reckon.
played for both.
Played for both. Good. Two good teams coming at it.
I don't reckon Mel Michael was there in the early 2000s.
He wasn't.
No, he started at Collingwood, then went to Brisbane.
Did he
Then
play
went-
Essendon?
He did later, I
So he
reckon.
went to Essendon after Brizzy.
I'm pretty sure.
There you go. Okay. Apologies.
Let's
Brett.
call him.
I don't have his number. I'll have to. I do have a good contacts list. They're calling me the Yellow Pages out there in the DMs at the moment. But
You know, I heard a story about that he calls Jared Malloy.
we talk about it on the pod.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Great story.
Bruce-
BWS stat. Give it to us.
Yeah, let's go. Brisbane have dropped off at the Gabba, averaging 74 points in 2025 compared to 99-point average from 21 to 24.
I think there's some circumstance here. They've played a couple of games, I feel, this year that have been wet. Mm-hmm. Earlier in the season, they played a couple of games which were really humid
And hot.
And hot. So I'll give them a couple of points there. Probably not worth the 25-point drop-off.
Also, their leading goal kicker's not playing.
Joe.
Big Joey.
Yeah, and Sam Day did that thing where he had to go play baseball for a couple
Baseball,
of
yeah,
weeks.
and then he went to. Then he went. Yep. Yeah, true.
So
There's a couple of points.
So,
That's at least
3 points.
3 points. Yeah.
2 home runs.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
Is he playing at the moment, Big Daisy?
Baseball or footy. No, he's out.
You know, Will. You know that's Will Day's cousin.
Yes, I do know.
Because Will Day likes a bit of baseball himself, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, he did. It must be in the family.
Let's call him.
There you go.
Right, moving on.
Let's just talk about the players played for both teams before we get into the actual game.
Yep.
Joshy Green.
Little redhead forward pocket.
Yeah.
was.
That is a good
I
way.
mean, so he was.
No,
Now down
he's
Tassie.
still forward
Yeah.
pocket.
Hey, he might come-
Distinguishing features. Red hair.
He might come to our
What's the first thing that comes to mind?
live show.
He might. Yeah, he's doing
Launceston.
yeah, one-on-one
He
coaching. Down there, I
coaches,
reckon.
I think he coaches a team down there as well, like the red and white team. Clarence, is it?
I think it is. Maybe get it up.
Tassie State League. I reckon it's Clarence. And
Who
check
else
their coach.
played for him? Matty Leuenberger.
Leuenberger. Yeah. The other one as well played
No, Michael.
Mel Michael. I'm just
We did just mention Joe Danaher as well.
Joe Danaher, obviously.
Stanley's right in the melon.
The other one that I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm thinking of? He's like 29, number 29, I think he was.
Polkinghorn?
Polkinghorn. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played at. He
James?
actually worked at the AFLPA.
AFLPA.
as
He's
well.
at no, where's he?
Yeah.
He's back at Essendon now doing some stuff. I think.
So that's Clarence. I'm just looking at the screen here. Does Josh Green coach Clarence?
The Roos.
Who were red and white, remarkably. So anyway, this game, hey, Bombers on their knees in terms of availability.
Yeah.
But Goldie's still going.
He's still going well.
They're talking that they might draft someone tonight
Yeah.
in the mid-season and they play.
So they've got 4 picks.
yeah, they've got
Bombers
4
in the
picks.
mid-season draft tonight.
It's amazing. Do you
Drake's
know of
out,
anyone that's like who's like the top sort of players from state leagues or whatever that are looking to get picked up? Do you know
Young
of anyone?
McCarthy from Richmond VFL, they think is going to go pick one.
Yeah.
But mate, then it's an open book.
Yeah, I've heard open book.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's names being thrown around everywhere. Clubs have been, well, maybe we will, maybe we won't. It's a 6-month thing. Can they really help?
I can't be bothered getting picked up, so I hope I don't.
Nah.
Yeah.
So you can't be
Oh, I
bothered
didn't
playing
see-
tomorrow night?
Yeah, I didn't
and
see
you
your
got
name
training
nominated.
tonight. I'd
That's-
have to manage you at AFL Club.
It wouldn't
tonight.
work with my tendons.
Yeah.
So I can't go back to back.
Yeah.
I've nominated.
Would you think? would you think? It is so. The only way I would see a player getting drafted tonight from Essendon and playing tomorrow, I might be completely wrong, but would be if they pick someone up from their VFL squad because
Who's been in part of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
what the system they play and.
It'd be a stretch to go out there and just be like, hey, mate, how are you?
Hey, mate, like you're making
I'll tell you
AFL
what,
debut.
if that does happen, there's only one show that they'll be on next week, and it's this one.
Yeah.
Because that would be
An all-time
exactly
story.
what the Faffers are about.
Yeah.
That is just fantastic. So,
Yeah.
good luck to that person if they do.
There's
But
that-
actually, a
yeah.
very smart point that you did make.
They need a big back, I reckon, because they got Mackay's out now.
Oh, they got Ben Mackay.
Is he out?
He's out.
Was he?
Yeah. Clown.
but he's good.
He's not playing. So that's why they need one. Zach Reed's out as well with a hammy. So
That sucks.
they've got some work
Yeah, so I
to
think
do.
off the back of all that, Essendon are hanging in there, but Brisbane win this game. Just before I go, and I've got a fascination now with the Clarence football side. Their coach at Clarence is Grant Fagan, who I would imagine is related to Chris Fagan.
Cousins should not be a point.
No, it's his brother.
No, don't call him, you clown.
Got his number.
Don't ring him. I'll stop you right there. You're not
I've got his number. We've texted together.
Good. He's getting ready
There's
for the
a
game.
big
He's
blue
got
text
captain's
from you,
run.
and then a small one from you. Just flash it up.
There's a very long
It's
one
like,
from
thanks,
me
Dylan.
and just a thanks from him. Okay, anyway.
There you go. Brisbane by about 5 goals.
Yeah, Brisbane by about 5 goals.
Yeah,
Streaming this one, I see, Dill and Mac.
Yes, I will be streaming this one
Yeah,
on
me, you
Thursday
and
night.
Willie Taylor.
Yeah. So
And
looking forward to this.
The day that we do the day in the life of Brett, I think that'll be a streaming day.
That'll be a great day. I'm looking forward to that. So we need 600.
That's a long
bit to
day.
get.
Are you
but-
working Thursday night?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
I
going
got,
to say,
I got basketball drop off and pick up and all that.
Bobby, not on ABC.
Not this weekend.
So
It's
could
it's
we-
at the
we could
Gabba,
give you a
as you can
buzz.
see.
They'd get Richard Champion on up there, wouldn't they?
He's with the more
Jeff
more
White?
colourful broadcast.
Triple M.
Triple M.
Ah,
Whereas,
Bit of fighting with all the broadcasters this week. All
what's
the
happened?
Prime and Fox. You see all that stuff?
Oh, I did
Prime
see
7
that with
Fox.
yeah.
I saw
Brian.
I saw BT give him a clip
Yeah.
on the way through.
Dude,
Makes sense.
when can you buy a license so we can broadcast games?
Yeah, I'll look into it.
That'd be pretty cool. And we
I was
could
actually
st- we
thinking
could
about
still
that.
if we
put
get
it
the
on ABC.
800 Patreon,
Yeah, that would be 800 Patreon. We could probably afford 3 minutes of that. But I think one thing I do actually want to chat to Hutchie, and I'll put this out there if he's tuning in today, is
Call him.
we should. I might call him. I actually do have his number. We should.
Touchy.
We should try and get a like press red for red box at the G and do some calling.
Press red for Ed Allan.
Brett. Press. Well, nothing wrong with Brett. I'm trying to work it out.
Number 3 on your
Press
remote.
3 for Brett. Yeah, and then we get on. But anyway, let's move on. It's
Yeah,
weird.
that's shit.
Yeah, that was shit. That was shit. Brisbane, Essendon. I'm going Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yeah. Moving on. Friday night, Collingwood versus Hawthorn at the MCG. This game, sometimes these just flows back. This straight away reminds me of Buddy Franklin jumping over Ben Reid, I reckon it was, on the middle of the MCG. The big.
I reckon it might have been Sam Dwyer.
Yeah, Sam Dwyer.
Look it up. I reckon there was a few people involved, but jumping over the big pirouette and then
Sammy Dwyer. What
kicked from about 70.
I played under 16s or 18s with Sammy Dwyer. 18s.
I played against him when he was playing for Port Melbourne at Preston.
Oh.
In the
And
VFL.
kicked 7
I
on
think
him.
I kicked 6 on him.
I
Then
don't
he got
reckon he
drafted
was
because he
tough
kept me. No, because he
as
kept me to 6. So I
woodpecker
said, "Fuck it, we'll give him a go." Just kept him to 6.
And you were a grape.
You're such a wanker. Bit of a stat. Since 2012, Collingwood have a record of 2-15 against the Hawks at the MCG.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
2-15.
That's a massive
Collingwood,
stat.
2-15.
Here we go.
All right, jumping over. We'll let BT take the call away.
Please be right. Oh, do you want to hear
Commentate,
the
yeah.
Oh yeah, so there's Sam
Sam
Dwyer.
He's just shown his back to Ben Stratton.
Never give you back to Ben Stratton.
Nah.
There it is. Oh,
Pirouette.
Look. Oh, Ben Reid was there as well though. He was chasing.
Still
No, he didn't jump over.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he jumped over Sam Dwyer. Ben Reid's chasing.
Oh, that's still pretty good by me. Never give you back, Sammy Dwyer.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is. Bang, jumps. Ben Reid's chasing. Yeah,
That's a nice
good
finish.
goal. I'm
Running up.
Flowers, anyone?
dead set. Can you play my Neefle highlight? No. Of the.
Oh, I've got Big Greery sent
there's
me.
actually a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because there's a somewhat similar goal here. That left foot. What's this? Well, that was the day. That was the Mackay. What's this one? Oh, this is a good snap, this one.
Bastanak trying to close
Yeah, I
it?
think it was. Watch this one. This one. There's something, without the jump, there's a little bit of similarity here of me and Buddy.
For those not watching, we're watching Dill's Neefle highlights.
Oh, then a set shot.
Greery,
25
Greery,
out.
if you're gonna make some highlights, don't put set shots in, please. It annoys me. Look at this, mate. I was very good on the left.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually, leave a bit more of that in because that was off the ruck tap. No,
Oh, fair
Matt
enough.
Flynn's giving me all these, by the way,
Anyway, can I
Go
read
on.
out your stats
for this game.
from the 2018 season?
Yeah.
No, I'd rather
Yes,
didn't.
we're going to go
Because
through
we've
them.
just seen them all.
We have.
I think there was a replay of one of them in there.
Michael Barlow, 7 games, disposals 303 at an average of 43.3.
43.3.
Wow.
43 average.
That's
That is
not really
taking the piss. 45 tackles at an average of 6.4, but only the 3 goals. So you laced them out. You probably
No, it wasn't
you
lacing
did
them
You
out.
did a bit of your work in the back end.
Burning them in.
40,
Yeah.
You kicked how many goals?
3. D. Buckley, Bucko, 12 games,
Yep.
157 disposals at an average of 13.1.
Doesn't matter.
Mick, was there ever a few...
How many goals?
29 tackles at an average of 2.4. So defensive half
Yeah.
forward, not getting it done.
No, you got to be a finisher.
26 goals.
So you kicked 2 a game.
Yeah.
So you averaged 13 and 2 in the Neefle.
You had the second most goals in the Neefle for the Giants behind Zachy Sproul.
Yeah, but he played every game.
He played 18 games. You
Yeah.
played 12 games.
Yeah. So
You currently have the same amount of goals as Darcy Cameron.
I
Mickey
was-
Barlow finished 7th in the Neefle MVP voting in 7 games with 53 votes.
yeah, it's impressive.
Who won it?
Matthew Payne from Aspley
Yeah.
with 95 votes.
Handy player.
Never.
What was your question, Mac?
It happens. I know it happens in local footy a little bit. Probably not.
Best 6?
Would you ever, be in a tackle and you probably should hold it in, but you think, I'm just going to try to spill a handball to get an extra disposal up?
I'd love
There's
to.
a few blokes
I'd
that-
love to lie and say,
There's a few king of these out near the boundary blokes that do it. I can't have them.
Really?
I used to do
I
used to
hate
do
it. You know what? I'm not good at footy, but I'll always hold it in. I'll go to the ground.
I honestly, and it probably shows by my stats of having their 13 and disposals, I've never thought of that because I'd be too scared to spill the ball out and then fucking
coach.
someone crabby like you just spilled the ball. So I'm just holding it in.
Could have got you from 13 to 17 or
Could
something.
be 13 to 14 maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We've read your stats out from that round 15 game, haven't we, already? Have we gone through
11?
that?
11 and a point?
No, let's move on.
11 and a goal, 2
Collingwood
tackles.
Hawthorn.
Look, I was dealing with some other things off field at that period as well. So
Was that what your setups and where you were going to start?
yeah, just off the back of the screen.
Collingwood getting a swag of players back.
They are.
Link, you probably don't know, but How many are coming back in?
All of them. So, off the top of my head, Moore, Hill,
Schultz,
Side bottom, Pennebury. All 5 are coming back.
Five in, 5 out.
5 in, 5 out.
Oh, it's tough after a gallant win, I suppose.
Gallant.
Undermanned.
Gallant. It's like the old Valiant Ute that they used to have.
What's gallant? What's the word I'm looking
Gallant.
for? Gallant win. Who comes out? Who comes in?
This is a tough game to pick because Hawks, as you know, guys, I love when a side is on edge.
I'm saying Collingwood straight off the bat. I know what you're going to say.
Hawthorn.
Wow.
I heard them talking this morning about
Mouthguards?
No, not mouthguards. No, not edgy. But John Newcombe was on because mid-season pick, obviously, and talking about how well he's going. But they are the number one side in terms of defending at the moment. The Hawks, if they continue that for the rest of the year, at the moment they're going really, really well. So I know they didn't lay a tackle, or they had 4 tackles in a quarter on the weekend. But were you listening to the same thing?
I did. I listened.
And they're number 3 or 4 for ball movement offensive or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, they'll be okay. The Hawks. I reckon Sam Mitchell will make some sort of statement at selection.
Ooh.
Yeah,
he's going to drop Josh Weedle.
Yeah, Weedle because he's Pokemon.
He's going back to
the old B drill.
Bringing Marchomp.
I don't know who. I don't have any line of sight on actually who's kind of not been going that well at the Hawks the last couple of weeks. But I think it's probably Sam Mitchell.
I think he has to swing the axe, doesn't he?
Stir him up.
Make a statement.
I'm going with the Pies.
Hawks for me.
Do you know what? I was going Pies, and I'm going just Dyl, but the BWS stat, I've just read it properly. So Collingwood actually haven't beat them. Is that what we're saying? They're 2-15. Yeah, that BWS are great with the stats, and that does
beautiful. So they're the tips. Hey, are we going into the top 5 helmet wearers of all time? Before we do that, should we call a helmet wearer of the modern day?
Yeah.
Because I've actually
before we
put him
do
on a
that,
timeline.
maybe let's just. I will commit to Collingwood.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
You've said it 4
waiting
times.
for this
Ned
one.
Long played for both teams.
Yes, both teams. Why are you calling? Ned Long, Jack Ginnivan,
Yep.
Lee Matthews, Tom Mitchell.
Yeah. He's already at the sheds.
Caleb here.
Caleb.
Is that how you think his voice would sound?
I know.
You've had him on the pod.
I've had him on
haven't
the pod.
you? Well,
Yeah.
he'll call back. So let's move
Yeah.
into
Look, is there anyone else for both teams?
what Hawthorn and Collingwood.
Yeah.
Rich history, so
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, Dermy.
Yeah, Dermy.
Dermy Burton.
Broden.
I don't have his number.
Burn!
You just keep doing games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep doing games.
Wow! Look at the next game. Tune into this one. Saturday 1:20. 1:20, I presume. Don't know. It doesn't have the time there, but this is a 1:20 slot.
No
Go on,
doubt.
someone.
It is 120.
No doubt my ball will be up there.
Lynchy. He'll be
Boundary riding.
Yes. He
boundary
will be
riding. I think
boundary butchering.
Dermy.
Here he is, Caleb.
Hello, Mick.
G'day, mate. How are you?
How are you? Good, mate. How are you?
Going well. You got the podcast here with Dylan and Brett.
Oh, how lucky am I?
Yeah, how are you, Caleb? Good to chat.
How are we, lads?
Well, thank you.
All's well here, mate. Hey, as I briefed with you, there's a big bit of a fascination around the lid, and a keen observer saw on the weekend that you had the new lid.
Yeah, first thing I noticed on the weekend, mate, because I'm a keen observer of that helmet. I actually used to wear the same one in under 15s, and I know that you were quite attached to it in the sense you'd worn the same one. What was the discussion there around the change of lid?
Well, there's a new company, Swarm, which has a lot of sort of research gone into a helmet. So thought we'd don that, and they're a sponsor of the Kangas. So
It's all
looked
adding
into
up.
that and got into it.
Okay, so the big money bags makes complete sense now, Brett. Why we changed helmets? It sounds a lot like a decision that Brett would make, and
Yeah, you got
that's
to fill your
fantastic.
pockets. Caleb, have you ever thought about going a different colour other than just black?
No, black suits me. I think that's my colour. So, blue and white stripes maybe. Who knows?
There we go.
How was it in terms? I actually didn't even notice, but how was it in terms of the feel? Like, if you change boots or change your socks or wear a different size jumper, you always feel a little bit different. So was this? I don't think this would have been done too lightly.
It was different. The ears were covered, so that was the first sort of change up.
Be hard to hear.
From my previous helmet that had the ears out, so I could actually hear myself think, which was a bit dangerous. But besides that, it felt pretty good. It was nice and snug and comfy, and it was all right. It didn't change too much.
What do you know? What is your background with? I think you've told this story before, but the background of wearing a helmet. Something to do with your mum from memory, wasn't it? From juniors?
Yeah. My mum. I was born up in Queensland and spent sort of 5 years up here. So I fell in love with rugby league. My favourite player was Jonathan Thurston. So he's a avid helmet wearer. So he wore the helmet and then moved down to Adelaide. And my mum just sort of said, if you want to play footy, you're going to have to wear that. So wore that, and then just never really looked back. So thanks to Kaz, that's why I wear it.
Love you, Kaz. How good is Jonathan Thurston, by the way? We need him on the pod, boys. I think we need to get him on.
Get his number.
He'll be good.
Get him on the pod,
hey, Caleb, before we get into our top fives, I'm sure you're really keen to hear who they are. But have you got your own top three list?
We just went with the top three.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Didn't want to hold him up on his morning off.
Very busy doing heaps of stuff.
Yeah, I'm on my way to the golf course, so it's
it's important.
Busy, so it's really good. Yeah, very, very busy. Top three helmet wearers in any code.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, any code. I'd say obviously JT. It would be probably number one.
Mm-hmm.
What about the build up? He's just gone straight to one.
Yeah, normally we go 3, 2, 1.
I'd have Sean Hart at 3, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I can't say Tristan at 2 because he's only recently won one. I think Sean Bergwijn wore one for a little bit. He had a cracked jaw or something along the lines for
I remember it
for a little bit. Yeah. So he'd be slotting in nicely at 2, and then like I said, probably JT at number 1. I would think.
What a build up!
It's a great list. So just quickly, he's gone 1, 3, 2, 1. That's fair. That's fair. I didn't mind that.
Where are you hitting the golf ball today? You're in Queensland, actually, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm heading to Royal Pines at the moment. So in the car with a couple of boys. So they're probably giving me a heap of shit at the moment.
Yeah. Who's in the car?
A mate of mine and his old man and one of his old man's best mates. So it's a nice lads trip. It's good.
There you go. Look after yourself. Put on the helmet and tee it high and let it fly.
That's it.
Nah. You there?
What's that, sorry?
Hey, we'll let you go, mate. Enjoy.
You're a star, mate.
Tee it high and let it fly, right? Out in the course.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do.
On you, brother. Thank
you.
Mate.
Thanks, lads.
Yeah, mate.
Good on you, boy.
There you go. Caleb Daniel, one of the absolute greats. I would say he's synonymous with the helmet.
Yeah. So he danced around the fact that he's getting paid lots of money to wear the helmet.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Good on him. I'd be doing the same thing. I actually wore a helmet myself back in the day.
You
Fractured
mentioned
my
that
skull.
as he was talking when we were teasing the helmet segment and again.
I should have stuck with it.
Yeah.
Could still be out there.
Maybe.
Yeah,
with your mullet flowing out the back and the fringe might have kept it out of your eyes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The worst thing about the helmet
no issues with that now.
Very good. The worst thing about a helmet was if you got hit here, sometimes the strap would hit you in the Adam's apple, and when you're that feeling when you swallow
you have to clear your throat like Mick.
Yeah, so maybe take your helmet off, Mick. Take your helmet off. All right, do you want to go mine first?
Yeah,
Top 5?
Go.
All right, I've just gone helmet wearers that I think are great, that I really like.
Yep.
Number 5, I'm going Tristan Cherry.
Yep.
We love him.
What's that big pad at the front? What's that?
That's the swarm.
He's
jumped on.
Right.
He's jumped on.
Yeah.
They could jump on this show.
So he only wore that. He started last year because I think he fractured maybe an eye socket or something.
He's kept it on.
And trained in it once and then turned into some sort of brilliant ruckman.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, so
Kept rolling.
that's
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
He's a special mention for me. Sorry.
Yeah, so 6.
He's 6.
So top 5, but Dill gets 6.
I get 6. Okay. Number 5.
Yep.
Darcy Jones. Love Darcy Jones. I love a small, nimble, small forward in a helmet. And I also love the fact...
Do you want to call him?
No, I don't.
You know what?
No, I don't.
I do have his number.
No, I want to keep going. Come on.
Okay, sorry. Darcy Jones.
The endorphins are wearing off.
Yeah, okay, keep going. Darcy Jones, I love the nimbleness of the small forward and I love the colour palette with it. Number 4, I'm going with Caleb Daniel, OG.
Yeah. Changed helmet.
Another bit of insertion. I actually played in his debut. He debuted against Carlton.
Did he play in that Ben Jacobs game at Norwood?
No, he's a bit younger, unfortunately. Yeah. Number 3, I'm going Sean Hart from the Brisbane Lions.
Yep.
I grew up watching the Lions, love them, played Fitzroy myself. So
Norm Smith medalist.
Yeah, very good player. Number 2,
Sheffield United. He was.
Nathan Burke. I think he's just played a lot of footy in the helmet.
Put the socks up, tuck the jumper in, strap the
Old
lid on.
school, old school helmet
Back pocket.
head. Yeah. Number 1, Phil Narkle. Absolute It was actually a bicycle helmet that I think he used to
Is that
wear.
Quentin's dad?
I actually don't know. It could be related. We might cut that out just in case. But this helmet is one of the absolute greats. Can you get up Phil Narkle's helmet? It was a dead set bike helmet that he used to run around with. There you go.
That is the number one.
That is the number one helmet that I've ever seen.
That's a weapon.
That is not.
How were you allowed to wear that is one thing, but later on he obviously went up. But
What brand is that one? He ends up wearing.
I think it's like Giant or something, or maybe it's
It's
like
Fox.
Cannondale or not sure.
No, they make bikes, mate.
Oh, there you go. So that's
Distantly related,
it's a nephew of Quinton Narkle. But yeah, I used to love it when he got the St Kilda one that actually had the 3 stripes on
Yeah.
it too. Fantastic. So that was my number one.
That is terrific. I've gone with my top 5. Brett, do you want me to go next?
Yeah, mate, go.
I went with kind of rogue helmet wearers, like, ones out of the box.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They just put it on just
One
for,
off every
for a
now and then.
stint. They
Like
might have
me
had a
in that
concussion,
year in
that under 15s
Yeah,
year
yeah.
where, the mullet. So 5th, Mark Murphy wore one once.
Yes,
against
I've
Freo
got him listed
in
too.
2016.
Should we call him?
I genuinely think if we call anyone today,
He'll walk out. Yeah. No.
Tom Stewart wore one.
Yes, he
once
did
too.
too.
So
Yes,
Tom
yeah.
Stewart wore one. I can't remember what for. Might have been concussion. Get that word out. This one comes up a lot on the Fox Footy /KO shows.
KO.
Jason Dunstall.
Yes.
Oh, yes, Jace. Great man.
And then I got a little bit patriotic towards the top end of my list. Aaron Sandilands, 2013 qualifying final, had a cheekbone injury.
Yeah.
And what a win that was from the Dockers down at Cardinia Park. Remember that one?
Sandy,
Link?
they used to call him.
Oh, yeah. Rings
Yeah. Sandy. Oh, Sandy, just over the back, Sandy.
Dump it, Sandy, dump it.
What were your numbers in that day?
33 and 2, maybe 32 and... No, hang on.
I think I had 13 and
32 and
2.
3.
I think they were all
13 and
threes,
2.
Brett.
No, you love the threes.
Paying homage too. And
I
then
had 13
for Hayden
and 3.
Valentine, I don't know if we should we ring him?
No. He's scared
Broke
of
a
me.
jaw
Yeah.
and played against Geelong.
Yeah.
When we spoke to him on the pod, did he mention when Andrew Mackey squeezed the life out of him 6 days after a jaw surgery with a helmet on? Andrew Mackey did that to him whilst he was wearing a helmet.
Round 9, 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not the toughest bloke, so yeah.
Your words?
Yeah. And then number 1? Or is that number 1?
No, that was number 1.
Okay, great. Brettles?
Can I just add a few more special mentions into that? James Hurd, when he ran into
yes.
Spike McVeigh's knee.
Yes, that was
Kate Simpson
Subiaco.
wore the
Kate
helmet.
Simpson, yes.
Kochi wore the helmet, and Angus Brayshaw obviously was wearing the helmet.
Of course.
So number 5 for me, Valentino Rossi.
Oh, I like what you've done here, Brett.
Number 4, Cadell Evans.
Yep. Yep.
Let's go with some genuine humour here.
Yeah, here we go, Brett.
3, Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah. Very good.
Wears a helmet.
Yep.
Number 2, patriotic Steve Smith wears a helmet.
Oh, cricket.
Don Bradman didn't wear one, so he couldn't put him in there.
Yeah,
Steve
of
Smith.
course, because he would have been in there.
And number 1, the GOAT, Tom Brady. There you go, helmet wearers.
No wonder Brett couldn't come for coffee this
That was
morning.
quite cheeky from Brett. He was prepping.
Yeah.
You know what?
That was very
That's
cheeky.
the type of stuff we're going to get a day in the life of.
Oh, that Patreon. Where he's
Sorry, just
very,
need 5
I'll tell you
minutes
what,
just
yeah.
with me.
What you'll see is me getting told off by my girls for rubbing them up the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. We look forward to it. All right, moving on. Gold Coast versus Fremantle People First Stadium. This will be an absolute doozy of a game. Bit of a stat. At home, Gold Coast have conceded just 142 points in their past 3 games against Fremantle, or combined points.
Yes.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Lots of players have played for both sides, myself included, which is in caps lock here.
Yes.
Brett Matera, Greg Broughton, Will Brodie, Jeremy Sharp, Connor Blakely. I don't think Connor Blakely ever got a game for the Suns, but he was on there.
Half point. He was a good surfer.
He was a good surfer.
He used to always
no.
head out on the board and no one knew where he was.
Yeah.
Sick.
Monday
No, you
training.
weren't. Seasick.
Yeah, that Connor, bad luck, got caught.
Talk me through Greg Broaden. What was he like? I was fascinated with him.
Tough as
Tough as woodpecker lips.
tough as woodpecker lips. He was a bit. He got traded, I reckon, the year before we made the grand final, and just probably fell. I think Gary Gibbert's had a really good year, half back.
Yeah.
Greg got traded to the Suns. Went okay up with the Suns, but great teammate. Like just hard as a cat's head or woodpecker lips.
Yeah.
Really good bloke. Really good bloke.
What's harder?
Wore
Cat's head or
number
woodpecker lips?
48 to start at the Dockers.
And then he went to 9, didn't he?
He got, and then Dean Solomon
No,
gave
he
him
didn't.
the
Got to
6,
Got to 6.
out of respect. So.
Upside down. There you go.
He
That's
rated
beautiful.
him.
He
Big
rated
Solly.
him. And then
I
Ross traded him.
I used to like him because he had the quite a cool tattoo on his forearm, and I was like, I'm going to get that one day. Never did, but moving on.
You look good with a tat.
Yeah,
a
I think
little
so.
worm or something.
This is actually you. I think half
Gold
taking
Coast
the
win
piss
this. Gold Coast win this.
Yeah, Gold Coast.
Played my 100th
At
game
home.
in this fixture. 100th ever AFL game.
Did you, mate?
At People's First Stadium for the Dockers.
What was it called back then?
Would have been called.
And Ross, this is a guarantee I've told you this one as well before. Ross used to start me on the bench every game.
He let you start in the middle.
And in the pre-game, he's like got the team up on the board and I'm on the bench. Impact. No worries. Just nodding along. Yeah, what are we doing? He goes, Mick, 100th game. Give you a little bit of lick of the ice cream. Grab me magnet, put it in the middle.
That's beautiful.
And then after 6 minutes, runner comes out. Trick Miller's doing you for speed and too agile, so back to half forward.
He's a bit
and get
romantic like that, though, Ross, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit romantic. He is. Well, I'm going to tip the Fremantle Dockers.
Wow.
What? What for?
Alex Pearce got off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
One player
Yep. Pavlich is back.
Have
on the boundary.
No, I'm going Gold Coast. I think they're too strong. Too strong. Do you see
great,
that news
great
about?
synopsis.
Do you see that news about your boy Matty Rowell looking like he'll be likely to sign at Gold Coast as well, which would be a great.
From the newsbreaker big days.
So I
Yeah,
found that.
well, hopefully
were
we
you
can
hearing
speak
that
to
this
Wayne
morning as
Campbell
well?
about that.
They were half taking.
Actually, if he calls me back.
They were half taking the piss about that this morning on SEN. That
If we want to ring someone, ring Mitch Cleary and see whether he's filthy about that.
yeah, can you definitely ring Mitch Cleary?
Okay. Can you, Brett? Is that
Yeah.
all right? I'm just sending this photo to Wayne Campbell of you, just so he actually
I like
calls me.
Mick's tipping method here because he's pretty far behind. So
Just
you got to
these games that are not
You've got to take these risks
Yeah.
because you're too far out.
The needle mover.
the needle mover either
Call Mitch.
back or below.
The knob turner.
He's been good. He's been good. He's got a couple of funny
The
ones.
top 5 helmets.
Mitch Cleary in the yellow pages. Just open it up.
Now, if Mitch Cleary doesn't answer, that says something about you because he's like a journo breaking stories everywhere.
I thought he'd be renowned for being good
Oh
at
yeah,
answering
like
phones.
if you're going to call someone and put the house on the fact they're going to answer,
You'd think it would be him, wouldn't
Mitch.
you? Yeah. We'll
text
see
him
where
and say
that
Mitch got a scoop.
goes. Let's see if he
Straight
calls
on
me
it.
back. Yeah, I'm going Gold Coast. I just think they're in better form. to be
Yeah, I
honest.
agree.
So Gold Coast, Freo.
Yep.
Here's one back.
GWS v Richmond at NG Stadium. The BWS
Yeah.
stat. Round 12 is the GWS Giants' worst perform round in their history, winning just 2 of 10 matches.
This is a bit of a
As past players, do you take offence to that? About round
Yeah.
12?
I'm not sure I overplayed in round 12.
Can you see if I did? Because I think I debuted in round 12. No. I think I debuted in round 12 and we got smashed by the Giants and then I got dropped.
For the Giants.
I debuted for the Giants.
That was in round 7.
Damn.
Yeah.
So close.
And then I came back in round 9,
Yeah.
kicked 2 and got dropped.
Round
and then
10.
never played again.
And then,
Ever.
so round 12.
You clogged space, mate. That's why.
Yeah, well.
Whatever the case, I think they're going to make it 3 and 10 this week against Richmond.
Yeah, I think so as well.
No Sam Lawler. Richmond, what they're doing well is staying in games for a half or 2.5 quarters. They did it against Essendon last week. They compete really hard. But they are running out of steam the longer the games go. So
Like
I think
a pre-season.
the Giants.
Yeah, I agree. Brett DeLidio,
Yeah.
Jacob Townsend, Jacob Hopper,
Anthony Miles.
Tim Taranto.
Is that it? I'm trying to think whether there's any rooks that.
Didn't he?
Ben Nason make his way up
I don't
there?
think
No.
he just didn't. No, I
Yeah,
don't think so.
just
But he's
missed.
mates with Brett and Brett went there. Did
An eighth of a point.
Wayne
cannot
Campbell,
be a point.
Richmond player, and then
Yeah.
list manager.
Brad Miller.
Leon Cameron.
Leon Cameron.
Brad Miller. Oh, he was corrupt. He never
Kevin
put me in the
Sheedy.
best. Never put me in the best.
Yeah, Sheeds.
Kevin Sheedy, good one.
What
Mark
was
Williams did some stuff at Richmond
Yeah.
coaching.
He
there.
did?
Yes.
Jack Revolt kicked 10 against them. Does that count?
Yeah.
No.
You know who else kicked 10 against
I'll kick 4.
GWS early days?
Tom Lynch.
Tom Lynch, Adelaide Tom Lynch.
Yeah, I remember that.
Adelaide Tom Lynch from half forward from the death roll.
God.
And Scotty Thompson had 52 touches, I reckon.
Oh, Scotty Thompson's a big fan of this show. We need to get him back. We need to get him on at some stage. Wayne Campbell's messaging me. Wayne, either you want to talk on the phone, don't fucking message me in the
Being in
middle
an
of the
exec
show.
meeting with Mark Evans and the lads.
Oh, they're
They're talking
talking about how they're going to bash
Ross Lyon.
Lyon.
Did you see the Leo Lombard making his debut?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
the insertion of Academy.
insertion of Academy.
Yeah, and also there was a little thing there too. I think 7AFL put it up that the team that bidded on him was
St Kilda.
Saints.
But I must also preface that with that was a great video. Like seeing that stuff when a player debuts and your mum involved. Like,
Beautiful.
It's
better than the old phone call. That
FaceTime.
Yeah, that was a bit of more effort. That's just an ambulance there in the background.
They must have thought you got hit by that car out.
Yeah, they're a bit late. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I'm going to the Giants for this one. I think it's going to be a big win for them. Do we have any context on when Josh Kelly's back for the Giants?
No idea.
Yeah, and also Cogs sending some love to him. He's got a really.
We should have asked him, but you looked straight through him.
I did after I spoke to Schwegs, but he's got a bit of sciatic nerve that he just can't fix at the moment down the glute, which is not good.
And it doesn't help with the towel situation with the immune system as well, because you need everything going right with your immune system when you're fighting injury.
For an hour or something like that. Yeah. Now, we're sending my love to them. Hopefully they're all right. Obviously, former teammates of ours, Brett.
Yep.
Hold a special place in our heart.
Yeah, Chucky and Cogs.
Yep, Chucky and Cogs.
The Lidsey Cup up there this week, which is good.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Giants are going to get it done.
Yeah, I think so too, mate.
Likewise.
Good on you. Guys.
Oh, sorry.
We just forgot. Kingsley used to coach at Richmond and now he's at the Giants. Now, what was I saying about...
Sydney versus Adelaide.
What was I saying about... Because Adrian Caruso actually messaged me yesterday, who's the recruiter at the Giants, and he said that I was saying something about Kingsley and you guys cut me off. Do you remember what that was yesterday? Okay.
Hey, Mac, I've got a exercise for you today. Go through today's episode and just count how many names attached to the AFL industry have been mentioned. I would say it's over 100. Like you go with Wayne Campbell, Mitch Cleary, Dennis Armfield,
all the helmet heads.
Caleb Daniel.
We're going to get Dangles on.
Realistically, I'm saying around 20 at the moment.
No, they've been upwards of 80.
Just today.
100%.
Upwards of 80.
I don't think there's been
But that's what we love. Back. We love talking about people of yesteryear.
Ben Nason got mentioned. We talked about Aaron Sandilands. Then Ben Nason got mentioned. Well, maybe only 20 because I've just mentioned Ben.
No, there's been
there would be probably arguing around 50.
Anyway, moving on.
Sydney versus Adelaide at the SCG. Now, this is a aesthetically pleasing game. I love
the colours.
I love the colours, but I also love Sydney versus Adelaide.
Sydney in the dark
Ryan
shorts.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Ryan Fitzgerald at the SCG. I think it's a nice game. Kurt Tippett is one that springs to mind for me.
Tone
Armstrong.
Jordan Dawson, recently.
The coach of...
Matty Nix,
Sydney player, now coaching Adelaide.
Yep.
Fodzike?
Ryan O'Keefe was a coach.
Ryan O'Keefe.
Was a coach at Adelaide, I reckon.
Tackling man.
Was he
There was a player there.
Ryan O'Keefe had 17 tackles in a grand final, didn't he?
You might want to
Ryan
check
O'Keefe
that.
won at North Smith.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
was in 2012.
day he had 15 tackles or something.
Fact checked you.
Yep. So interesting game with the Swans
hope
just
it's really
tailing out a little bit. Adelaide going pretty well.
Yeah, Adelaide win this one for mine.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Yeah.
Swans can't get it done in the contest at the moment, which is very unbloods-like.
Yeah.
15 tackles. There you go. Pretty good. Good memory for me.
Well done. Just losing out. The good players not playing, all playing well at times. I think they're struggling up front, Mick, in my opinion.
Yep.
Heaney, Warner have to get it done for them to be any sort of a chance. But if you're going to stop someone, that's where you're going.
So I think Heaney and Warner, even though they probably didn't play their best games on Sunday against Melbourne, they were both named in the best. Again, we don't take the best as gospel.
No, sometimes corruption
But
down there, so just to throw other teams off as well.
We need a weight of numbers performance. I think some of their players that have been around a while haven't...
Callum Mills, what did he get? He got a week?
Mills got a week.
Fuck, he's just been in the... he's been very unlucky the last couple of years, hasn't he? Injuries.
Wow.
Yeah,
he has.
Hurt his shoulder
the old Mad Monday
yeah,
ones.
that's not a great one, is it?
But I must admit, in his defence, I've had plenty of wrestles on a Mad Monday, but we never got injured.
It's normally the other bloke, though, that fucking, you know what I mean?
Coming off second best.
against me.
With you.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Adelaide to win.
Adelaide to win. We've got to mention
Adelaide top four at the moment.
Jordan Dawson.
Just
as well.
outside.
I think
Jordan
they're fourth.
Dawson.
Yeah.
Brett mentioned Jordan Dawson.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I think
Adelaide
that
fourth, yep.
Adelaide get this done too. Peatling with he's okay to play?
With what?
He got...
What, an elbow laid across the back of his neck?
Hey, I've had a bad neck, mate. They fucking...
I know,
hurt.
I've seen you.
From the chin strap thing.
Yeah. That's good. But what I was thinking was he'll do a job on either Heaney or
Warner?
Yeah,
okay.
He's been going to their good mids.
Couple of run wins.
Yeah. Well, sort of one of those work-offs, but responsible, you'd say.
What's Ben Clean's going to do? Who's he going to pick
Who's
up?
going to him?
Yeah.
Is what I say. Maybe
He's going to hit the post again.
Nick Blake.
James Jordan will be going to Dawson,
Yep.
you think?
Or Rankin.
Ooh.
Jill, we got a question about the subs tagging. Who do you reckon they'll go to?
Oh, sub tag.
For this game, Adelaide sub has been Sam Berry a lot.
Yeah.
Who does fit a mould of
He
someone
is
that
so full-blooded.
But he played a full game on the weekend.
So full-blooded.
So I think he stays in as a full game. Is a Sid Draper kind of a sub?
Sid Draper, he's not a tagger. Maybe the Swans tagger. Maybe what's his
Maybe
name?
they bring in Schoenberg from the twos.
No,
there who
I
can come in.
reckon. What's number 15's name from the Swans?
Wicks.
Yeah, I reckon Wicks is coming on to tag Sid Draper as the sub.
Yep. Lock away.
Lock away. Watch that. So the
watch
subs
that
will be having
space.
no impact in this game, and that's what we like.
Adelaide.
Yeah, Adelaide. By the way, trying to get Dennis Armfield on the pod to chat about
The tag.
the tag, but he had some meetings this morning, so he couldn't do
What's Dennis doing with himself?
He's got a great business. He's doing. We should talk and ask him about it, but I'm pretty sure it's like helping athletes transition into
recall that.
into the.
Richard Wash.
It's not Richard Wash. I think he's doing some consulting for Richard Wash, but I don't think it is.
He's a user.
I don't
Maybe
think-
because we are not sponsored by Richard Wash. We
Yeah,
give them a fucking fair promotion here.
Fucking hell.
No,
fair enough. We don't pay no arse, so
Melbourne
it's good.
versus St Kilda at TO Stadium.
Dean Kent.
Wow.
Do you remember him?
What should we call him?
I don't know him, but
No,
he
never-
was so
Erect.
erect and thick and strong. Like he elbowed me once. We used to play a lot of footy against each other in the
Punch me in the stomach once.
VFL. Yeah, he has a bit of white line fever.
Brett, did he get you?
Nah.
Couldn't touch you.
Just missed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
So
the big
be that way,
sleeve too.
stat. Melbourne have scored the last goal of the match. Now, just as I start this bit, this is going to be a rogue one. Melbourne have scored the last goal of the match just once in 2025, ranked 18th. St Kilda have kicked the last goal of the match 9 times, ranked 1st. So if it's a 1-goal game late,
Riddle me that.
Saints win.
Yeah.
So the Saints are ranked 1 for kicking the last goal of the match, 9 out of 10 times.
Whoop-de-doo, mate.
It's a weird
Kick
stat.
a few more early in the game, mate.
I don't think we need to take that to Ross or
Nah.
to
Goody.
To Goody.
I don't reckon they-
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But Jack Billings is another one. Mm-hmm. Tom Campbell. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of others, to be honest.
There might be some obvious ones that we're completely missing, but they're not two of my favourite teams.
Yeah.
I've been studying.
Yeah, because you're doing the helmet studying most of the day.
I'll tell you what, though. Melbourne, far out, they are in some
They're
really
back.
good form at the moment.
They're back.
I reckon I like them again.
Do you?
Back on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Saints? Where are they
No,
at?
I don't like them.
No.
No, they're dead.
What are they doing down the
should
barrel?
Stay in Melbourne.
What are they
Just
doing?
Don't even get up.
Don't
to
go?
for
Don't
this.
go to
But,
Alice?
yeah, they're not great.
How can they beat the D's?
They won't. No way.
How do they make it close?
I reckon if they forfeit, they get 2 points each, and then
Melbourne wouldn't accept that.
Yeah, they just accept it.
I'll tell you the Saints, they need another 4 Cal Wilkies.
Yeah, I know.
He's such a good player.
I feel bad because I do love Cal Wilkie, and he's a very good player. I'd pick him in my team
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll tell you what they need to do, right? They need to start performing and showing
Nah,
signs.
I'd get
Can
Cal
I just
Wilkie,
talk for a minute?
Masai, and
I was just talking.
Apologies.
You get
for
that.
Apologies.
Brett's
Sorry,
show.
Brett. Go, you go.
Your show, Brett.
Don't worry about it now.
No! He always does that. Brett, you go.
Yeah.
I want to hear. Because it's actually insightful.
Well, I'm trying to be insightful to give the Saints fans, after you've just kicked them in the knackers,
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring in some hope. They need to start to show some signs.
Yes.
So that they can attract talent to then become a better side. Because you can't just rely on being that smaller, redeveloping team with young players, because that takes so long. We need to be able to get talent. So TDK is one that they're looking at. But then, is he still going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm chips all in, regardless of the money, because I want to see performance, I want to win.
Now,
Feels like we've just been taken to the ABC podcast.
I loved it.
That was deep.
with the TDK call, I get they need to get someone in. It's a lot of money to give someone. I reckon he's an absolute weapon, great player. Is he going to shift the needle? Don't know. Probably not.
What does it do for Roll Marsh?
Well,
What does he think?
That's what I was
He's
going to.
he's 30 something, yeah.
But apparently Rowan Marshall...
These blokes get older.
No, he'd be 29.
Okay.
He
Sorry, Brian.
apparently, and this the AFL will, if they pull this off, the AFL community would fucking melt. Apparently, Geelong are into Rowan Marshall. So if TDK goes to Saints, Rowan Marshall, they lose Rowan Marshall.
Why wouldn't you be asking the question? 100%
Yeah.
you would.
Like, isn't that just
So you say Geelong are into Marshall?
Rowan Marshall?
The one I'm
Makes
nervous
sense
for,
because he's from Portland, and Portland's
Yeah.
only 3 hours from Geelong.
Yes.
half a point.
Yes.
Nazai Wanganeen Miller is the one they have
They
to
have
lock
to.
away. Have
I'd
to
be
lock
giving the
him away.
1.7 to him before anyone. It's a lot, but that's a lot for anyone. You know what I mean?
Mate, it is. It's a huge contract, but it is where we're getting to in terms of the best players and what they're going to get paid. So
for Nasai, it's basically Port or Saints, really, because I don't think he likes the Crows.
Oh, right.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm pretty sure it's like he loves Port Adelaide. That's where he sort of grew up and that was his team.
Okay.
Whereas, when these guys come back, they either go Port or Adelaide. It's not like whoever's going the best. They sort of choose
they just want to
their
go
route.
back to SA.
Yeah.
Who wins? Melbourne get this done comfortably.
Yeah, I think Melbourne get this one done as well.
Dyl, Mitch Cleary just sent a message to the tradies WhatsApp group, but he didn't pick up your phone call.
he messaged me back, said buzz you in 10, and then someone called me on a private number.
That'll be Mitch.
That's a bat phone.
Mitch is doing some prank calling.
I'll go to the Saints.
Oh, did you put your phone on?
No, not you.
Do you know why?
Oh.
Do you know why?
Yeah, why?
Edge.
Yeah. TIO. Does TIO have anything to do with it?
I was doing some scooping, right?
Yeah.
The other day on Instagram. Last night, actually. It's just caught in a day. You know how you are, cooking the barbecue. I noticed that 3 St Kilda players were meant to go do a sportsman's lunch on a Saturday. Okay.
Like a catty?
I think the way I'm reading this,
love this insight, Mick.
is that, and I have no line of sight
Yeah.
in terms of the facts.
Yes.
But you would love
But from
this.
experience?
So yeah. Yep. It was whatever club it was. I can't remember which club, but it was like a picture that had the Saints players said cancelled, done. And I read it. I was like, oh, the luncheon's been cancelled, but the day would still run ahead. But the 3 Saints players wouldn't be coming. Refunded tickets, whatever. Looked at the date and it was. I think it was last Saturday. So before they played the Suns on the Sunday. So I reckon the St Kilda powers that be got wind of this and were like,
No.
you boys aren't going to that.
Yeah.
We've just had a bad week in terms of a loss. We've got a big game the next day. So come on.
Good.
So anyway, my thoughts around that. It didn't work against the Gold Coast.
It'll work this week.
But now that lag effect of the
The edginess.
cancellation. What do you think, Brett?
Oh, mate. I'll give you a shorter answer than that story. No.
That is a good story. That is short as well. I agree with what you're saying in terms of edginess, but I think sometimes when you're too edgy, it actually has an impact against you and you freeze up a little bit.
Yep.
So I think Melbourne are just in too good a form at the moment and they'll get it done.
Anyway, go the Saints.
Go to the Ds. West Coast versus Geelong at Optus Stadium. My God, this could be a big one. BWS stat, Geelong has outscored the Eagles by 1,220 points since 2000. The biggest margin between any two clubs this century.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
A couple of players that have played for both. Jermaine Jones, obviously.
Yes, Jane Jones, Tim Kelly,
Tim Kelly. Mitchell White. Do you remember Mitchell White?
Mitchell White, yeah.
Scott Selwood.
Scott Selwood.
Yep. And obviously, I know, just sending our love to the Selwood still. That's still absolutely just...
David Mensch played for Geelong, but Mansfield Eagles.
Brett, who doesn't usually buy into this stuff.
Yeah, he's loving it.
That's good from you.
That's all I could think of.
Yeah.
I played against David Mensch when he played for Mansfield. Used to put lots of grippo on.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tackle him and nearly stick to him.
Vardy. Nathan Vardy.
I should have got that one. And now you wouldn't believe it, he plays for the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Yeah, and Billy Smets plays in that league, doesn't he?
Nah, he left us.
Oh, he did. Because they're brother-in-laws.
They are.
Just for out there, those playing at home, if they want to get this on their family tree, Nathan Vardy married Billy Smets' sister.
Did he?
Twins.
Funny that.
Is that fair? Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, but just not relevant.
I don't know. I find it very interesting, but when we get deep into a show,
Yeah, Brett's
and
not
Brett's
caring
gone on the
about that.
phone,
Well, just in
and you
case.
pull out facts like that, I think we get in trouble.
Okay. I'm going to go Geelong just at Optus.
Yeah,
Just.
Geelong win. Geelong will win this one.
Yeah.
Derek Hall. That's who I was looking for.
Derek Hall. Another one is a guy that is from Warnambool. His name is David Haynes.
Oh, I think
Oh, I
I've got
remember
one
that
as
name.
well.
David Haynes.
What about Shane Kirsten?
Fremantle?
Fuck.
That's in the same state as West Coast, so half a point.
West Coast. Yeah.
Jordan Clark.
Jordan Clark. Yeah,
Same
that's,
state.
that's Fremantle as well.
Yeah.
Noah
I
Long,
thought I had a good one there with Shane Kirsten. Damn.
Noah Long went to Geelong Grammar, and now he's at West Coast.
That's not bad.
That's
got
not
Geelong
bad.
in it.
Sort of.
0.5 of a point.
Yeah, 0.5.
That is good stuff.
Okay.
I actually like the points that are like
Yeah, the niche points.
the 1/8 of a point.
Yeah.
They're fun.
My dad thought it was really funny that we do all the points, but then like there's no actual point system.
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
there's no escaping it.
Just-
Someone out there would have. No, they
Someone, hopefully one of the Faffers on the
Oh,
Patreon.
my
could start.
dad played against West Coast in July.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even I did, I think.
I've watched them play before.
Yeah.
On my TV.
I was at the stadium last week. TMHBA.
Nick, you got best on ground against both of them once.
West Coast 3 times. Yeah.
Round 6, 20,
Geelong.
round 6, 2010 and 2013 qualifying final.
I would say these two sides
We are bunnies.
got hold of them.
Yeah.
Didn't get hold of many others, but these
Well,
two.
I actually kicked a really good goal against West Coast.
Did
at
ya?
Marble.
So the one that hit the post?
Actually,
no,
so
it's
did
the one
I.
that snapped against them and put them in. Luke
Yeah.
Shuey got sucked into the stoppage and I held width.
Yeah.
Rob Warnock tapped down to Kane Lucas.
Well, what
Kane Lucas
great
come to the
names.
back
Fingers
and then
Warnock.
I'm just there and I just snap it from about, I think it was about 55.
Actually,
Beautiful
is there vision
trajectory
of that?
around.
Because there's vision of my goal against him. I was a half
There's vision of mine as well. And Eric the Eel is trying to go, I'll stop it on the line. No, you won't, mate. It's going 10 feet over your fucking head, mate.
We definitely have gone over 100 players mentioned today.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do my one against.
Lydia's stunning smothering goal. No.
Nah, it won't, it's in the 5-minute YouTube clip.
Oh, you are shocking. Against Geelong. I kicked one against Geelong. First goal against Geelong. Anyway, moving on.
Mitch Duncan played 300 for Geelong.
Yeah, congratulations to Mitch. And he's actually coming
He's
on
from-
Dyl and
he's
Friends
from
this
the
week.
West Coast?
He's from West Coast, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Well-
coming on the podcast this week.
I'd nearly guarantee you
Yep.
Mitch gets rested this week
No, he's playing.
because it's Perth. Yeah,
He's Perth.
Geelong do that type of stuff where it's like,
Can you ask him what time they finished up? Because I've heard a time.
well, because it was a night game.
It was a Thursday night game.
So you're
Time to
thinking like
recover.
a Friday PM?
Oh, no.
Brad, look at him.
No. I just heard a time. Yeah.
Who was involved? No, don't. Shouldn't throw names.
I'm not throwing people under the bus.
Don't talk about my boys like that.
Righto. Teams who have the bye: Carlton, North Melbourne, Port
Carlton
Adelaide,
had the bye all year.
and the Western Busters.
North Melbourne, congrats. What are you doing on the weekend, Mick?
I'm off to Warrnambool. I'm playing for North Warrnambool against Terang Mortlake.
Thanks for letting us know this week.
Yeah, play HQ. Look it up. Play AFL. Do you know who
getting
coaches
tagged, you
Terang
reckon?
Mortlake?
No, who?
I've been through this before.
No.
No.
Terang Mortlake.
So
Josh
I'm
Jenkins.
going to do a quiz between you two.
Okay,
It's a
yeah,
quiz.
no, I'll win this. Go on.
I give you a clue, and you both get a go, and I'll keep divulging.
Of a player
clues.
who has played there or does.
No, he coaches Terang Mortlake.
Yeah.
Okay. Former Brisbane Lion and Sydney Swan.
Yep.
Yep.
Daniel Ashcroft.
No.
Daniel Ashcroft. Who is he? Who is Daniel Ashcroft?
Daniel Bradshaw. Daniel Bradshaw. Sorry, I don't know.
Wore his socks up. Small forward.
Eamon Buchanan.
Rising star.
Buchanan.
Oh, Louis Taylor.
Well done. Brett wins.
Louis Taylor. I was
Daniel
thinking
Ashcroft.
that was a mix of Daniel Bradshaw and Levi Ashcroft. If they had a baby, it would be Lewis Taylor. Rising Star winner.
2014.
2014. I was actually at that Rising Star. Just to let you guys know, I was there.
Oh, let's get
I was around 2
Mate,
Rising
your
Star.
insertion is making me ill.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm going to push you in front of that car next time.
Okay, that's too far. North Melbourne have the bye. Port Adelaide, Ken said he'll step away
Is that
when
right?
they are out of contention. Well, guess what? I reckon you might be out of contention.
This week?
Someone broke it on Agenda Setters last night.
Is that
We're the agenda setters. Who stole our name? we set the agenda.
Ring Mitch.
is that
Bring Mitch, then we'll go-
mathematically or is that
When they're mathematically out of contention, he's going to bail.
not just
Not
as you-
bail,
not
that's
just
the-
feeling like it?
Oh, Daniel.
We still love Port Adelaide.
Western Busters.
love Port Adelaide.
Western Busters
love-
are going better than 6 and 5, in my opinion.
100%.
6 and 5.
They're-
That surprised me.
Yeah.
Close games against good sides.
Them, Geelong, and Brisbane are my 3 flag teams at the moment.
Person you are calling.
Mitch, what the fuck? No wonder you're not breaking the news about Matt Rao.
He'd be on the phone to either
What about
Jane
Brett
Bunn
Cleary?
or Timmy Wilson.
Brett Cleary,
Oh,
his
yes,
brother. Ring me. Brother Brett. Anything on those 3 teams? Carlton, what are they going to do over the break, you reckon? Will there be... Yeah, what will they...
Well, we know one player's up in Queensland playing golf for North.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Needs a break.
Rest.
I don't know what the Bull's doing. Bull will probably be up north.
No,
He'll be cooking a ribeye or something.
Yeah, he's
or maybe
around,
a beef brisket.
He's around the bend there at the Mornington Peninsula at Way.
Oh, is he? Yeah, right.
You're doing a big smoked hock. And then the Western Bulldogs, they will just be, no doubt, just...
Carlton be down Lygon Street. They might be going to Italy.
The Western Bulldogs will be down Barclay Street there in Footscray.
Yeah, maybe at the... You know what's a good, really good pub out that way, Mona Castle? Maybe in Seddon.
Could be at 7.
The Ascot Hotel.
Is that Libby's pub?
No, it's not. It's
Lucas Webb?
Lucas Webb's club, yeah.
It's his. I thought he was just the manager.
No, Lucas and Brad are the majority shareholders.
Oh, right.
I think Libba has about maybe a half a pot in the pub. Mitchell!
Dyl, how are you?
And you're well.
Going very well, Dyl. How are you?
Yes,
Delay,
good, mate.
mate. You're in WA, are you?
We're on the pod here, mates, and having a lot of fun. Hey, you got beat by Daisy Pearce, pipped on the line.
Daisy Pearce.
Daisy Thomas, you got pipped on the line there with the news story.
Yeah, sometimes when you get beaten, you just got to acknowledge that sometimes there's better newsbreakers out there. So, but let's see what happens in a couple of weeks with Matt Rowell. He's still yet to tell the Suns he wants to officially stay. There's still some clubs in Victoria growing in confidence, so that one might play out a little bit.
Well, I'm going up there today, Mitchy, so I'll actually ask a couple of power brokers up there. Big Cambo.
I have to report back for Footy and Friends.
Yeah.
I'll go through Daisy.
Not only beating with Daisy, but you as well now.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, if you had to put your money on it, I know you've got your ear to the ground with this stuff, and I know you love your Cats too. Would you say that Geelong, and this is forecasting a bit, but would you say you're more confident on Matt Rowell getting to Geelong or Rowan Marshall?
Oh, I would only say Rowan Marshall because I think Matt Rowell is more likely to stay at Gold Coast. I think something will happen with Rowan Marshall in the next 12 this year or next year with Tom De Koning. I just don't see that working where Marshall could stay with De Koning.
It's almost like the Fremantle. It's almost like the Fremantle stuff, isn't it? With Darcy and Luke Jackson.
Yeah, and I don't know what you boys think. I reckon Marshall and De Koning can play forward. As they can play forward better than Darcy and Jackson. But I just can't see a world where Marshall sticks around at the Saints and becomes the backup to Tom De Koning. I reckon someone will throw a big offer at him and the Saints, with where they're at, will take the pick.
Mitch, are you battling the common cold? You sound a bit stuffy.
Oh, a little bit. It's that time of the year. Mick,
Yeah,
but,
it gets it.
we forge through.
Yeah, get your flu shots, everyone.
What?
Mate, what else is happening on Tradies at the moment? Obviously, absolutely booming the podcast, yourself and Sammy Boy. What's on the agenda for this week?
Luke Jackson, we've been following this one pretty closely. Will he request a trade back to Melbourne or not? And who's worth more? If you guys were talking about that right now, who's worth more, Cozzy or Luke Jackson?
Oh, Cozzy, you'd think, after what he's done in the last few weeks.
That's so recency bias there, isn't it? You're getting carried away.
Surely, though, Cozzy, you'd think he'd be worth more.
Oh, I would go Cozzy. I think that position is more
sought after at the moment.
Yeah, sought after
on
and
trend.
Yeah,
your thoughts,
at the
Mitch?
start of the year, I would have said Jackson because I think those ruckmen that can play and be dynamic like him are harder to find, but it's hard to argue against Cozzy's last 6 weeks.
Can you see over the last few weeks with Melbourne starting to turn a little bit of a corner in a world where Jackson comes and Cozzy stays as well?
Potentially, but I just
Can't fit him in.
It
No
would
way.
need someone else to fall out at Melbourne, I think.
Yeah.
Not only for salary cap, but also the picks. To get Jackson back, it would need to be 2 first rounders. Otherwise, Freo wouldn't even look at it a second. Look at it for a second. So, who knows? Melbourne say that they go through this every year with Cozzy, where he suggests he's homesick and wants to get back. It feels a bit more genuine this year, but he is contracted, so they do hold the whip hand.
Very strong.
Win a flag, mate, and they might be in a bit of danger. They'll lose them.
Exactly. Mate, anything else before we let you go? What's brewing at the moment?
What's brewing? James Warple.
Yeah,
I'm
Warple.
just trying to think of a few others. I don't think the Hawks are going to move heaven and earth to keep him. Well,
Zach Butters?
what do you reckon? I think more likely next year because Port. I can't see a world where Port will let Josh Carr go into his first year without Butters. The way the free agency works, he'll be restricted next year. They'll be able to match and force a trade like Jeremy Cameron next year anyway. So it's not like Port are going to lose out in 12 months' time if they keep him to his contract.
Just for the game itself, I think Port need it. I want him to stay there because he could go down as one of the absolute greats of that club as well, and I think he fits them too. But we'll see what happens, I suppose.
Yeah. We'll wait to see what happens with Jamara in the next few weeks too. I reckon there might be a few clubs that start to bob their head up for Jamara, so it might be a bit of a smoking gun that comes out the next couple of weeks.
Gee whiz. There you go.
Who
All
was
this
that
and
with?
more.
Wasn't listening.
Jamara.
To where?
Just somewhere.
Just somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. All this and more,
Mike.
guys. Make sure you get on the Tradies podcast because the boys are absolutely first in their class, besides when they get beat by Daisy Thomas. But they're doing good things. So, Mitchell, thanks so much for your time, mate. We very much appreciate that. We'll have the link in the show notes for the Tradies pod too. How many
at Tradies Podcast.
Brett reckons he's been getting stopped at the gym and stuff. Have you been getting any sort of stops in the street lately? A couple of tradies getting around?
Not the gym,
Yeah.
because I don't go there all that often, but at the footy occasionally. But we need to get some tradies badges. The tradies hats are flying as well, so don't forget to get on Clubby Sportswear and check one of those.
Yeah,
Grab one on the way out. You got a few in the
we've
box
got some.
here.
Yeah, we've got some here. You're a star, Mitchell. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, boys.
See you, mate.
Hey, Mitchie.
Hey, one of the great men.
Yeah,
he's a fucking
good
champion.
operator.
I reckon that could be it for us. Is that it for us?
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah,
And Max thought we were going to have a short one.
Yeah, he's just gone out there. But hey, remember to follow Footy and Friends on Instagram,
Yes.
on TikTok, and on YouTube. Our YouTube is flying at the moment. If you are watching this, make sure you give us a subscribe and ensure that you're
We're at 1.5K subscribers.
1.5K. I think we could get that to 10. And then,
Yeah.
and if we get that up to 10K,
a
then we
week in the
get
life of.
week in the life of Brett.
I'll bleach me hair blonde if we get to 10. There you
I'd
go.
rather do a week in the life.
Yeah,
A week?
A day another day in the life.
2 days.
No, just We'll
We'll go to Kai and we'll go see Boris.
Yeah.
Wow! There you have it, guys. If we get to 10K subscribers, we will get to go to Kai Abram. Hey! Oh, what do we got here? Is this? No.
These are some special teas for tomorrow night.
Oh my God, I thought it was my Todd Goldstein number 17 jumper.
that hasn't quite made it.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, these haven't dropped yet. They're our 2000 range.
Can we get a mic on the mic?
Down there if you want.
Oh, sorry,
No, you jump on. Yeah, just have a chat. Intro link.
We've just been dropped off some t-shirts from Essendon.
Mick
love
won't
this
put that
one.
on.
No number 17 jumper though, which is
Not yet.
Is he aware of the?
No, I should have brought that. Yeah.
Is he aware of the request?
Pardon? No, actually not yet. But yeah, these are our new teas that haven't officially dropped yet. But they're from our 2000 range. So thought that they'd be good for tomorrow night as well. So
These are very cool.
Got Mel Michael on there.
That's
is
a good
great.
one. I actually really like that one. That's sick. It's got the speed kills.
Yeah. So
This is
hoping
more your
tomorrow
size.
night help us get
Extra
over the
small
line.
deal.
So
Where can we purchase these ones?
next week I believe.
Online?
But so no one can purchase them just yet. But bit of a full launch right now.
Give
Hey.
it one off. There you go. Thank you so much. Are we allowed to wear these on the pod?
Pardon? Yeah,
we are.
you can.
Okay,
Yeah, this was the aim.
So they for next week or this week?
Pardon? No, this week. We wanted them to be worn tomorrow night.
Oh, I'll wear them on the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all making
the whole
sense.
point,
This is all making sense. Okay. Sorry.
But no, you've gone for it right now, which is great.
great.
So yeah.
All right.
Pre-launch.
They look awesome.
Did Brad enjoy the podcast
Pardon?
with the boys?
Everyone loved the podcast. So the guys did a great job. So yeah, and now Angus Clark, hopefully he'll come on.
Yeah, no, he's already told me he's coming on
Yeah,
next week. He wants to.
yeah, There you go.
He-
yeah.
Oh, they're away for a few days because they got the bye. So
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
No, very much appreciated. There we go. So we'll wear these on the stream Thursday night. Obviously, go the Dons, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks.
There you have it, guys. Thanks so much. We're done, I think, for the app. Hey, and Brett.
Yes.
Remember, if you need some game day bevies,
Yes, which I do.
get to BWS.
That's right.
Because we love them.
We do.